Electrical charges generate a field around them. These fields of force repel and attract other electrically charged particles. Like charges repel, and opposite charges attract. When enough of these charged particles are separated, a potential difference is created. Electromotive force is a potential difference measured in volts. The symbols commonly used for electromotive force are E or V. The potential difference in charges is what forces electric current to flow. There are 7 fundamental forms of electricity generation. All of these forms of electricity generation create an electromotive force, or EMF. One of the most commonly used forms of electricity generation is the electrochemical reaction, or better known as a battery. The potential difference across 2 open terminals is known as the unloaded voltage. The electrical potential difference forces current flow when a circuit is attached to the source of EMF. There is typically some amount of resistance in all electrical components and devices. When current flows, the voltage across the terminals of the source of EMF is no longer the unloaded voltage value. There will be a voltage drop inside the device due to the internal resistance of the EMF source. When the circuit was not connected, the battery had an unloaded voltage rating of 1.5 volts. Once the circuit was connected and current started to flow, there was a voltage drop across the internal resistance of the device, and the applied circuit voltage was reduced to 1.3 volts. The DC power supply is a commonly used device in the lab. This device has the ability to create different amounts of electromotive force. As the voltage is increased, the potential difference between the terminals is increased. Note that the unloaded voltage of the power supply is set to 5 volts. A DC power supply will experience a loss of potential difference due to the internal resistance of the supply. When the circuit is connected and current starts to flow, the internal resistance of the power supply reduces the applied circuit voltage to 4.7 volts. Electromotive force is the potential difference that forces current to flow in a circuit. We have looked at a couple of different sources of EMF and at some practical applications.